Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the nerdiest competition ever created by the Language of Bromance team. In this corner, obsessed with Star Wars and anything with swords, Richard! And in this corner, obsessed with the Ninja Turtles and scared of anything from the ocean, Shawn! Brought to you as a Pod Bros exclusive in association with the LOB Army. Tonight's competition is a Language of Bromance draft.
What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And we are speaking the language of bromance, and it's draft time, baby.
Yeah, so this time, Richard, what we're going to do is we're going to get our gladiator fighting going on. We're going to get into that big dome where multiple things enter and only one team can leave. And what we're going to do, Richard, is a supernatural battle draft. So these are going to be supernatural beings or things. So we're going to get our team of 7 together. My team of 7 is going to fight your team of 7. And my team of 7 is going to be like, we're the supernatural super world champions.
Okay, so let's be clear. What qualifies as supernatural?
I kind of like did anything from the TV show Supernatural.
Well, I didn't.
But if you don't know, and you should, what our drafts are, they're 7-round NFL style drafts where Richard and I flip-flop picks back and forth. We pick something, so in this case, it's supernatural beings that will fight to the death. And back in the day, we flipped the page to see who would go first. It was Richard, so Richard gets the first pick on even drafts, and I get the pick on odd drafts. This is an even draft, Richard, so guess what? You get the honors of the first round pick.
Oh... What's first? What's first in the land of supernatural things? You know what? I'll just go with personal favorite of mine. Shawn, these are creatures from beyond the land of the living. These are creatures that have been immortalized in television and film.
Fairies. Great first pick.
You know what? You don't mock a fairy, because fairies will fuck you up. You see True Blood?
That's true.
Fairies will fuck you up. So don't besmirch the fairies. No, Shawn, but like True Blood, I'm going to go with the vampire.
Ooh, good pick.
So the question is, what kind of vampire? That's where I was getting kind of stuck.
Yeah, so like, I guess if you only get one type of vampire. So like, what universe of vampire are you taking?
You know what? I think I'll go with like Count Dracula. That's what I want, because It seems like across the board, he's uber powerful. Across the board, he's got some shit.
Can change
across the board. He'll fuck you up.
Yeah, he can change into anything. He can.
He changes forms. He fucked Winona Ryder.
I don't know. Do you brag about that?
Yeah, why not? Winona Ryder's cute. I mean, not in Beetlejuice because she was like a kid, but Girl Interrupted.
Yeah, I guess she's in Strange Indeed or Stranger Things, and she looks pretty good.
Yeah. So, where's your retort now, you jerk? But yeah, okay. So I have a vampire that can hypnotize people. So guess what, Shawn? Your first pick can also become my second first pick.
But it's only humans that he can like do that to, though, right?
Is it? You don't know. You don't know the scope of Count Dracula. He's like a rock star, Shawn.
It's true. It is true he's a rock star, but
I am Dracula. Get out.
He owes me money. So, I mean, there's some downfalls. You can't fight in the day.
That's
so like
true.
if there's an afternoon game, he's got to sit out, or he's got to put on a lot of
That's
sunscreen. He's gonna be slippery.
very true. Or fight in the shade.
Yeah, he's kind of moody. So I think if you're like, okay, Count,
He's not moody. He's just brooding.
he's got a thing for pikes.
Yeah, just putting stuff on spikes.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a plus.
he's like, I've got
'Cause if
some
you got-
kebabs cooking over here.
Yeah, if I got a vampire walking around with people on fucking sticks, I think you and your 7 picks are gonna be like, what the fuck is up with this dude? Meanwhile, he's walking around, thunk.
This was the last leader of my team as he looks at you.
Yeah, giving people a shake and then shoop on a spike. Rack him up.
That's like a story.
Give me that baby. Thump.
That's a story.
Racks of babies.
That's a story we need to investigate is Count Dracula. Because I've only seen bits and pieces. That dude was dark. If half the stories are true, like sitting there as they're like eating lunch as they're impaling people.
Yeah. Do you think he was like the emo dude of the 70s? He was like the Robert Smith from The Cure.
Maybe, yeah. So if he was born in like the 80s, he would have just been in a punk band, a punk rock band.
Yeah. He would have written the Disintegration album. That's what would have happened. So I don't want to say Dracula because I mean we're not assigning characters, but I will say the Vampire Lord. That's what I'll go with.
Okay.
That is my first pick.
I like it. That was on my list, but it's a little bit further down. So, Richard, for my first round pick, like I said, I took a lot of things from Supernatural. So these are probably going to have like the skills of Supernatural. And I wanted to go with my first round pick. It is the Warriors of Heaven. I wanted to go with the Archangels. So I wanted to have something that, I mean, you see them fight. They do a great job. They got those cool ass swords that can kill just about anything.
Is that really a sword? That looks more like a pointy
like a dagger.
Yeah. It's like a lead pipe that they've sharpened.
But I mean, and with these, it's the more powerful ones. So it's like Michael, Lucifer, Raphael, Gabriel. It's the more powerful, not just angels. They're the more powerful, like angels.
Yeah, and they show up and they shank people.
They do, and they've got cool abilities. So like, if I'm feeling blue, they'll touch my head, and then I'll be like less blue, maybe.
Yeah, but you want them to. Like Shawn, we're drafting monsters to fight in an arena. We're not. This isn't for like a therapy session.
But I mean, you see these guys in Supernatural.
So where's the battle at? In here. The battle's in here.
Like we're fighting inside you. Like we got to get small. No. Well, where are the demons? The same spot.
In my mind.
I'm fighting a lot of demons, Michael.
One of them's alcohol.
So what's your full name? Shawn Michael? Is it really? Yeah. God damn it. My mom named me after you. Dad? No.
Nope. Angels are ill-equipped.
Look. Whoop. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
I'm as anatomically correct as a Ken doll.
But I mean, I've seen them fight in there. They've held their own against a lot of things. I think most of them, besides Lucifer, are dead in the Supernatural universe at this point. And
apparently they're not that great at fighting since they're all dead.
Well, I think of what's been killed compared to them, I'm pretty sure there's probably been more vampires killed in Supernatural.
How many Draculas have been killed?
I don't know, probably a lot. Like I feel like that's kind of like the Lestat. Like there's probably a ton of vampires that are like, I am Count Dracula. Where are you from? Queens.
If you were a vampire, would you call yourself Count Dracula? Just, cuz?
No, I mean, if I was going to change my name, I'd probably just call myself Michael. Because that is my middle name. You could talk
with like this Euro trashy accent and try and get girls.
I'd probably.
It sounds more appealing now, doesn't it?
No, the problem is I'd sound more like Borat or It's a sexy
you
time.
Come and make the love with me, yes?
I'm a wild and crazy vampire. The better question, Richard, is if
you come in and touch me on the bum, yes? It's good, yes? In Soviet Russia, bum spank you.
I guess the better question is if you became a vampire, would you make... Oh, I don't want you to make me a vampire. That'd be icky.
Why?
Because I'd be giggling.
It doesn't have to be all sexual. Like,
but you would make it sexual.
I totally would, but
Like-
that's more for,
Like,
just
Shawn.
more just to make me laugh.
Shawn, I have to bite you on the inner thigh. Like, do you really? Like, can't you just bite me on the wrist?
Nope. Totally have to do it. It's in this book. See? Did you write this in crayon?
No.
Never you mind. Spread your legs.
This is ancient vampire text. Do you have to touch it? No, but I want to. Oh, I think being a vampire made you all gay. No, it didn't.
Are you a vampire yet? Are you a vampire yet?
Less teeth, less teeth.
Don't talk with your mouth full. I can't concentrate.
But I mean, they have the powers. They can fly, and even when like
but okay, so I never see them fly in the show.
I guess they can.
Like they have wings, or supposedly have wings, but I never see them fucking fly.
No,
they always do this like wispy, like, oh, I have the shadows of wings. I'm like, well, yeah, but what good are fucking wings if you never goddamn use them?
I think they do fly. I think that's kind of like whenever you see them disappear, it's them flying at super fast speeds.
Like I have new windshield wipers for my car, but I don't put them on. Guess what? They don't help.
I feel like we just went to a different direction. Do you need to make? Do you
Talk
need to
about
make
the wings?
Yeah.
Like if you have wings but you don't use them, then what fucking good are they?
No, but I think they do use them. I think it's kind of like they're masked so that people can't see them. But even then, like
I've never seen it. I've seen a lot of episodes of Supernatural, and I've never seen an archangel fly.
No, but like when they get pissed off and their eyes start to glow, and you see like the dark wings start to come out, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
You're trying
be like, hey, wings, cool. What are those for? Intimidation. You can't fly with them? Damn it. You're ruining this. You're breaking my concentration.
But even then, like if they do get defeated, they kind of die in a cool way too. Just like a big ash against the wall with wings. Vampires just kind of cool. Ash.
So your first pick for a fight is something that dies in a cool manner.
Well, I mean, if this is like gladiator fighting, back then they're like, oh, that dude died so cool. It's part of it. It's history, Richard. I read it in a book written in crayon.
And in this book, apparently somebody's supposed to bite me on the inner thigh
while
jerking me off. I don't understand what that second part's about.
Why are the characters named Shawn and Richard? No reason.
No reason.
Ancient text.
I can't talk with my mouth full.
Well, Richard, my first round pick, I'm going to go with Archangels.
Okay, let's see. What would be a good second pick? Well, if you pick angels, then I feel like I should pick demons.
Is that what you're going with?
That's what demons? I'm going with. I'm going with demons. You have angels and I have demons. So my guys, guess what? They actually can fly. Your guys have wings and don't fucking use them. My guys turned into smoke and float around all over the place.
They do. I was trying to figure out how they flew. But I mean, they get trapped in like some shitty ass like devil's trap, demon trap, holy water.
Well, that's just because they're stupid.
Yeah, so your second round pick is something stupid.
It's stupid because it needs a good leader. That's what I'm for.
And Crowley's like the only good demon. And
they're not organized. I would get them organized.
You only get one. Have you ever tried to get one demon organized?
No, Shawn, because this is a supernatural monster trap.
No, I tell you, I tried to do a podcast with a demon once. He never showed up on time. All he wanted to talk about was the damn apocalypse.
Kept telling me my mother sucked cocks in hell.
I'm like, hey, how are we going to get more followers? He's like, if you sign this document, like, oh, yeah, okay. Wait a second.
I see what's going on here.
It's going to cost you 200 followers for my soul.
I almost got bamboozled.
Yeah.
Hoisted on your petard.
I wasn't even at a crossroad.
Yeah. Meanwhile, so 200 followers, right? Your mother sucks cocks in hell. Yes? I mean,
well, at least she's doing what she loves.
So I got demons. So they can here's the downside I think to having a demon is that, if they get put into a shitty body, then I'm pretty well screwed, because then it's still like a demon in it. Like if it goes into it like a shitty body, like a fat, like an overweight dude, that like has no energy or no drive or doesn't want to fight, like the demon might be like, hey, let's go fuck some people up. And then after like 5 minutes of standing, I was like, it's hot. Can I sit down?
Can I order a pizza with pineapple? You are an evil son of a bitch.
I need a new body. Can we have like time out or something?
But demons are like just like evil ghosts too. I think they explained in one of the supernaturals. They're like damned ghosts.
Well, yeah, I mean, that may be true for some of them, but some of them have like names and shit.
Well, I mean, they all have names. Like Crowley is like the top demon right now in that show, but he was somebody that sold his soul, and in doing that after he died, he became a demon. Like for some reason, I remember
he had red smoke. You ever notice he's the only demon that's got red smoke instead of black smoke?
Has he always had red smoke, or just since he's been the king of hell?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Supernatural. I mean,
you're like a season behind, so
yeah.
there's stuff that happens, and I can't tell you because spoilers. But
Crowley gets red smoke.
They explain it all. That's what I'll tell you. I'll tell you that they explain it all, so that way you'll buy it.
Oh, okay, well that's cool. I'm glad they kind of
because they totally explain everything.
I always don't.
And they explain why demons are so much better than angels.
Damn it.
There's this one episode where a demon and an angel are in a gladiator fight, and the demon wins like all the time.
I knew I should have did more homework.
Yeah, this is what you get for not binge watching, Shawn. This is the other edge to that double-edged sword. Oh, I have more time to do stuff. Yeah, but guess what? You fail at drafts.
That's true. All right, Richard. Well, I will give you my second round pick. And I'm surprised this wasn't one of your first two picks because you're always, talking about getting one of these put on your van. We watch a show of Games of Thrones that has these in it. We're always like, oh my God, wouldn't it be amazing? Richard, my second round pick, I want on my supernatural team a mother effing dragon.
See, this was on my list, but I didn't know if it counted as a supernatural thing. That was the only reason I held off.
I was going to leave it off.
But I'll take it.
I was going to leave it off because I had that same thought. But in my research, I found that there were dragons in Supernatural. So I felt that made it okay to use.
So it qualifies.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay, but let's be fair. Like everything's in Supernatural. That show's been on for 30 goddamn years.
Yeah, it's been on for a while.
22 episodes for the last 85 years, however long that show's been on. But, so everything's in that show.
But they keep it kind of realistic. I think they make dragons into humanoids. So I don't know if that's them and they're
You know what my next pick is? God. Guess what? He's in Supernatural.
That's true, he is. But he's kind of sad and he writes poetry and doesn't answer my phone calls.
That's your fault.
I'm like, hey, God, are you there?
It's me, Margaret.
New phone, who dis? God bless it. Oh, look, it just turned into flowers.
Hey.
But I think
I paid $100 for this phone.
But see, I think I'd want a fire-breathing dragon because I think that would... It seems like fire kills everything in the supernatural realm.
Well, plus the other thing you gotta consider is dragon is fucking enormous.
Well, I mean, you just have to get a miniature one. So I'll get a miniature dragon.
Well, no, I'm saying a dragon's goddamn enormous, so it just eats things.
It would take a lot to feed.
It'll eat people in the arena.
Oh, it'd be like
spectators.
A Gallagher show. You go and it's like, oh, I got hit by the fire.
Crunch and then just body parts spray everywhere.
Quick, take a picture of Dad, post it on Facebook. Hashtag Dad got eaten at the arena.
Super fun.
But I feel like dragons are always kind of a good go-to because if you have somebody like the archangels, you're bitching that they can't fly. Guess what? Now they can.
Point taken.
So
because they could all fit on a dragon.
Yeah, that's true. They could parachute in, dive on your vampire with a sword. The demon would try to fly up, and the dragon would eat him. Could they possess a dragon? Could a demon possess a dragon, you think?
I don't know. Well, the Night King possessed that one dragon.
No, he resurrected. Well, we don't know, actually.
Yeah,
Hashtag
we don't
confused.
That's my next pick. dead dragon. An undead dragon.
This is just the pick of dragons.
My favorite dragon is the red one.
My second round pick, Richard, I am going to go with some dragons.
Like I said, dragon was on my list. Now I'm not sure where to go. All right, Shawn. So if you're going to come at me with one big thing, I'm going to come at you with hundreds of little things. Shawn, for my little things compared to a dragon. Shawn, for my next pick, I'm going to overwhelm you with hordes and hordes of zombies.
But do you get hordes of zombies or do you just get one?
I think that I should get quite a bit. Let's be honest. Like one zombie by itself is nothing. One zombie by itself is not scary. The thing that makes a zombie scary, the thing that strikes fear into the hearts of anybody when they talk about zombies is the sheer number of them. The fact that it's an almost limitless force. Whenever you watch a movie that has zombies in it, or you watch The Walking Dead, the creepy part isn't the zombie that's hidden behind a door. I mean, that's a little jump scare, and that's fine. But that's not the part that cuts you and sends a chill through your fucking blood. The thing that does that is when you see 200 of them just wandering through the fucking woods or through a street, or a horde of them being led by somebody for a singular purpose, and they're all there's this endless like a tidal wave of fucking people slowly working their way towards you. Because the thing with zombies, like I said, you can run from one zombie or you can kill one zombie, but what makes zombies so scary is the fact that they overwhelm you with just numbers.
Yeah. So are you picking so I would give you, depending on which ones you take, we'll make a deal on this. So are you picking fast zombies or are you picking slow zombies?
Slow.
Okay, slow zombies, I'll give you 2. No, I think I'd give you 5. I'd give you 5 zombies.
Okay, I can handle 5. I think 5 have a decent chance to overwhelm an opponent.
I think so.
Maybe not necessarily a dragon. I gotta think of something that's gonna take out a dragon.
So of your talking about zombies, what scares you more, the fast ones or the slow ones?
See, again, I think you're talking about numbers. If one fast zombie is kind of freaky, it's just one.
Yeah, but but the thing with fast zombies, I've thought about this before. I'm more scared of fast zombies, even one, compared to 10 regular zombies. Because, I've seen they have a really cool escape room type thing with zombies.
Okay.
They do it during Comic-Con, and they basically can only walk towards you. So they can't climb over things. So if you're in a room with one, you could push a table against it and it kind of gets stuck, or you can kind of move around things or kind of push it away. But a fast zombie, you're talking about something that probably has no concept of being tired or exhausted. It's going 110% nonstop.
Yeah, but you really don't have to avoid it that long for just that reason. A fast zombie is burning up so much energy that they would eventually okay, so if we're talking about, say, a zombie apocalypse, okay, I think that you are going to have a much shorter time frame if you're dealing with an apocalypse of fast zombies, because they're gonna consume their food source and eventually waste away much faster than a slow moving horde, because it's just a question of energy that's being burned.
But it depends. If it's 28 days later type where they're still alive, it's just an infection, I could see it. But if it's they're dead but they're basically not using energy. I don't see even slow moving ones using energy. To me, they don't eat for energy. They just eat to eat.
I mean, I don't know, because how else are they supposed to get? How else are their muscles supposed to metabolize the energy to do what it is they do. And if you're talking about like fast zombies, I think that fast zombies are going to burn out faster. It's like if you go and drive your car and you're going down the highway, and let's say you're just driving on a highway. Let's say you have to drive on a highway for 800 miles. If you have your foot to the floor and your engine is screaming for an extended period of time, there's a fair chance you're going to overheat, and then the engine's going to shut off, or you're going to fucking burn something up or break something on the engine. But if you stay at a nice steady pace, you can go hundreds, thousands of miles.
Yeah, but I guess what I was saying is that to me, I've always seen zombies as not being alive. It's all dead. The brain's telling these things to move. Because like you'll see a Walking Dead, like they end up being like nothing but skin and bones. Like there's no muscle, there's nothing there, but they're still moving.
Okay, but how? I'm just talking about physics. You got to have muscles to move.
Well, not when it's a supernatural thing. The brain tells the bones to move, and the bones move. Doesn't
Because
burn anything.
magic?
Yeah, kinda.
I don't buy it.
You're the one that picked it.
I live in a realm of science, Shawn. I know I picked it. I picked it, and I picked a slow-moving horde of zombies because they're just going to overwhelm you. And you can run, and that's great. But guess what? You'll eventually get tired, and you know what?
Well, technically, I don't even have to walk or have to run. I just have to walk at a leisurely pace.
Not leisurely. You have to walk at a brisk pace.
If you're doing like Walking Dead, they don't move very quick. They lumber.
They do lumber. So there's my pick, Shawn. I'm going with zombies.
All right, I hate that pick. Anyway,
I hate you. I hate your face. Give me your next pick.
I
can hate that.
Pick, Richard. Again, I did a lot of research on Supernatural. And to me, these are like the archangels, but of the demon world, Richard.
Okay.
They've just been they're actually made an appearance, I think, in the first episode, but we didn't find out what they were until very recently in the new episodes. Richard, I want to go with a Prince of Hell.
Okay.
These are like demons, but again, they're not like angels are like the demons of heaven. Princes of Hell are like the archangels of the underworld. These are the oldest of the old demons, the first generation after Lilith. These are the things that like are badass mofos that would probably take everything out that you already picked.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't know. It's all theoretical.
I don't think so.
But Prince of Hell, I mean, they have like they have like really cool like weapons. They can do all the stuff that your demons can do and then some.
Yeah, but my demons are turned to smoke. Can't fight smoke.
I think the Princes of Hell do too, don't they?
Well, I don't know. If that's the case, then why do they die all the time?
Well, everything dies that fights the Winchesters.
Everything dies. Wow. Everything dies that fights the Winchesters. Everything dies, Shawn. Way to bring it down.
Even the Winchesters multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a really, really sad meme. You know, there was an episode where Sam and Dean like travel to a world where it's like the supernatural set.
Okay.
And like,
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And they like go and they see the family in this like alternate world. They showed like the characters that play Sam and Dean, like they have kids now. And they said something about like, could you imagine like going back to that world now? Like Sam and Dean go and they live a day with like their kids in this world. And like how sad that would be. Like this is the life that they have in this alternate reality, but they have to go back to their shit show of a life fighting demons.
That's true.
So sad.
That is fucking depressing. Why have you been such a Debbie Downer?
But my Princes of Hell, Richard, these are yellow-eyed demons that this is going to be amazing. That's all there is to say about it. But my third round pick, Richard, I want to go with a Prince of Hell.
Okay. Gotta find the end all be all monster. All right, Shawn. So you probably don't know about this monster, but in the land Dungeons and Dragons, this Shawn is the scariest monster in that whole thing. Scariest monster in the world. Shawn, for my next pick, I am going with the Tarrasque. It's a monster called the Tarrasque.
Is this the thing that looks like a dinosaur?
Kind of looks like a dinosaur, yes. So let me. I'll give you some statistics on the Tarrasque. I'll give you a little description too. Okay, the legendary Tarrasque is probably the most dreaded monster of all. It is widely believed that only one of these creatures exists, though no one can predict where and when it will strike.
Uh-oh.
A scaly biped, the Tarrasque is 50 feet tall and 70 feet long, weighing hundreds of tons.
I'm looking at an image right now that shows size comparisons, and the dragon dwarfs this Tarrasque.
No, it does not.
It does.
It is. Let's see. I gotta find a description of. If you give me a shitty picture.
It's actually a pretty good picture. It shows like airplanes too, for size.
Oh yeah. Okay. So looking at the picture, I see what you're saying. However, in terms of armor, in terms of protection, I think that Tarrasque is well more suited to deal with whatever that dragon's throwing.
I'm not saying that's not going to be a cool fight. I mean, you've got basically two, like you got something that's a big like rock shell dinosaur versus this like super awesome dragon. It's going to
so great is its hunger that it can devour the populations of whole towns.
You know what else can do that, Richard?
Towns.
Dragons.
This is one of the most feared creatures in a role-playing game. The Tarrasque. It's horrible. It's a terrible, terrible thing.
Have you ever fought one in a D&D campaign?
No. It's the one thing that like people talk about, but you never actually see. But it's here. It exists. And I have it in a gladiator arena. And it's going to fuck up anything you throw at it. It's just going to just eat it. Nom, nom, nom.
What are you going to name your Tarrasque?
Sparkles.
Everyone fears Sparkles the Tarrasque.
Yeah. Raw. No, Sparkles. No.
Not Shawn too. Oh, well, I win.
Yay. Maybe he can have a therapy session with his fucking archangels.
My best friend sent his Tarrasque to eat me. That's not cool. That's not what best friends do, right? Right? Where are you going?
Oh.
It's a small stomach.
All by myself. Oh, look, he ate the Prince of Hell, too. Hey.
How's the guy? Let's start a club.
The Archangel isn't invited because he's a jerk face.
Fuck that dude.
So that's Shawn is my next pick. The legendary creature, and anybody that plays Dungeons and Dragons will know exactly what I'm talking about. The legendary creature, the Tarrasque.
All right, Richard, for my 4th round pick, I need some badass women on my team. And I want somebody who's going to kind of lead the charge. So, Richard, for my 4th round pick, again, from the show Supernatural, I'm going to go with an Amazon.
An Amazon,
yeah.
Huh?
So these, in the Supernatural world, these were women that were created after a meeting of the pagan deities, Eris and Harmonia. They created a tribe of women who had no need for males except for reproduction. So they're going to be, so like when we're like planning, I'm going to be like, hey Amazon, are you ready to reproduce yet? And she's going to be like,
yeah.
No.
Like, she'll be like, death by snoo.
Call me when you, wait, you guys like don't do like the, those bugs that like eat the other bugs? Praying mantis? Yeah, praying mantis. Like, you don't do that, do you? Well, I can't really tell you that. We just, I mean, you have to do it to find out.
Happy International Amazon's Day.
No!
This is a good death.
I'll tell you what, that happens. Anybody would need therapy.
Yeah, that's true. Could you imagine that?
Death.
You're like, oh God, Shawn, really? Pre-show? Pre-battle, you're doing that with one of your teammates? Wait, is she eating his head? Oh God, everybody attack the Amazon. Save my friend.
Ah! Everybody. And then what would the Amazon do? The Amazon would say death by snoo. and then she'd try to fuck all my monsters.
Yeah, well, then you come running over and she'd like just punch you through the head. And we'd be floating up to wherever we're floating up and be like, this was a bad idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
This is your fault. Why'd you bring in the female all tripped out on HGH?
Well, I wanted to be inclusive. We didn't pick any women before this.
Fair point, but how's that working out for us?
At least we're together. But Richard, for my 4th round pick, I'm going to go with some Amazon action.
I feel like I should put a woman in there. All right, Shawn. I got my next pick. You ready? Here we go. This monster is a kind of demon, but this monster is going to serve dual purpose. And as soon as I explain it, you'll know exactly why. Shawn, for my next pick, I'm going to go with a monster that is also very manipulative, can hypnotize and enthrall things into her maw. Shawn, for my next pick, I'm going with the creature known as the succubus.
Ooh, the sexubus. You pick succubus a lot. Like I think any kind of draft that falls into this, you kind of pick a succubus.
She's goddamn succubus. So, can you understand why I would pick a succubus? Because number one, in a fight, it's hypnotizing people and being like, hey, let's go do it. And then you're like, oh, yeah. And then your dragon's like, hey, I want to do it. And then your dragon goes around the corner. And then succubus, guess what? Rips out throats. It's like dead.
But can they do? I always feel like these things can only do this stuff to humans because humans are dumb. I mean, wouldn't like the Prince of Hell and like the demon or the archangels be like, hey, dragon, no, don't do that. Like, she's probably got some herpes. It's all right. It already burns when I pee.
I'm not too sure about this.
Look, now that I'm thinking about it, though, then the succubus has to deal with the Amazon. Because then the succubus will be like, hey, come here. And then the Amazon will be like, death by snoo.
Oh.
And then the succubus will be like, I made a mistake.
Everybody stops mid-fight and just watches.
I bit off more than I can chew. And then the succubus is like, me too.
Don't worry, there's plenty to eat.
Nom, nom, nom.
And then pieces had by...
What were we doing? Are we doing a draft?
Lesbian action. That's a porno right there. A succubus and Amazons. Like, I think we just made a porno.
Or the sequel to Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah. Well, Wonder Woman already like banged that dude on
Wonder
that
Woman
ship.
fighting the succubi.
Lasso of truth. Truth is, you make me horny.
Well, that's a fair point.
I haven't even wrapped the rope around you yet.
I am quite fetching.
I feel like, never mind. TMI.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so not only can the succubus like enthrall people, she can also change shape and appear to be anything you want it to be.
Do they have any like superpowers? Like, are they super strong or anything? Or are they just more like they get you entranced and then they like choke the shit out of you while they're having sex with you?
They get you entranced and then they drain your life force by kissing you.
Oh, just like marriage.
Yep, and then they steal your wallet.
Yeah. Then you come home and everything's missing. There's
Yeah.
a note on the door.
Dear John.
Your
And then you're like, my name's not John.
The leftovers you had are gone. You sit on the couch, your TV's gone.
And you're like, oh, I was saving that. I was so excited to eat that when I got home.
You're like,
and watch something on my TV. Son of a bitch!
babe, somebody stole our TV.
Babe!
Babe!
It was a goddamn succubus.
What's she doing back there? I can't even see her. I haven't showered in 10 days, Richard.
She probably turned into a lamp.
Oh, hi, lamp.
You looking mighty fine there,
Oh,
Mr.
Not a lamp.
Edison.
It's a hobo.
No. Well, when in Rome. Is that the
Are
saying?
you a vampire yet? Richard?
So yeah, Shawn, that's my pick. I'm going with the succubus. Now, see, like I said, if you notice, most of the things I'm picking are things that can enthrall and enslave. So I'm going for kind of a tactic here where I have my picks and then your picks become my picks.
Well, I mean, you're kind of looking like, I would imagine in a D&D realm, a lot of these would have high like saving throws against that kind of stuff. So the succubus will like talk to the Amazonian and be like, "Hey, let's make sweet lesbian love," and she'll roll her D20 and be like, "No, let's fight to the death." And then you and I will be like, "Reroll, reroll."
Yeah, that doesn't count. It landed on a rock, so it's like crooked. I can't tell if it's a 15 or a 5. So
I think it's a botch. I think when we can't tell, it's a botch.
Yeah, I think you just fail by default.
Just kiss each other a little. Oh,
just cuddle.
It's like my time.
Cuddle naked.
It's like my time in the fraternity. They just were like, "Hey, kiss that pig."
I never loved something so hard as that pig.
All right, Rick.
So yeah, Shawn, there's my pick. It's the succubus. It's the goddamn succubus.
All right, Richard, for my 5th round pick, I kind of want something that is, it's feared by so many. It's something that goes out and grabs souls and brings them back. Like, what are demons? Demons are just the little souped up souls. Vampires are, probably not much more than that. I want to go with Richard. One of the scariest things I think in Supernatural. You can't see them coming. I want to go with hellhounds.
You know what? This was actually also on my list.
These things are badass. These are little like dogs that go around.
They're invisible dogs.
Yeah. Oh, there's like
how can you not want an invisible dog? Plus, you get to like stand there and like pet something, and no one knows what you're doing. People will think you're crazy.
What happens if it's sitting on your lap? Like, because like most big dogs, like lap dogs. It's like, what if you had a hellhound that was like a lap dog? So you're sitting like petting your crotch.
And screaming Red Rocket.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Oh, don't get too excited.
Is Shawn talking to his penis? Why is he calling his penis a good boy?
And you're like,
I've seen that penis. I don't think it's good or a boy.
You're like, no, it's his hellhound. And all of a sudden next to you hear, oh, he is talking to his penis.
Oh, damn it. Get the pills again.
But I think
he's off his meds.
But I think these would be a good little fighting force. So for my 5th round pick, I'm going to go with some hellhounds.
Oh, this is getting hard. This is getting harder. Like I said, you stole a couple of my picks, so Shawn, I'm going to go with a creature of legend. A creature of mythological legend.
Ooh.
I'm going with long time ago, Shawn, there were gods. And gods were great. They're shooting lightning. Well, they weren't great. They were kind of assholes. They're like making crops die and throwing lightning on people.
Yeah, it's like, hey, your crops aren't going to make it unless you sacrifice a virgin.
Yeah. And then they do it and they's like, lol, JK. And then everybody's dead. But there was one thing, Shawn, that the gods feared. And it was like any adult child, what were they fearful of? Their parents. So, Shawn, for my next pick, I am going to go with the parents to the gods themselves. Forces so terrible that were they to combine, it would break the world. I'm going to go with the Titans.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Giant fucking monsters that make gods think twice. Where's your dragon now, motherfucker?
So were these the parents to the gods, or were they children of the gods?
Well, okay, so like Kronos, for example, who's a Titan, is Zeus's father.
Okay.
And Zeus gets all mad at him, and those Greek myths are always about like fathers killing their sons. I just watched somebody play through that God of War game, that new God of War game.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Fucking parents and their bitchy, whiny sibling fucking children.
My brother's more important than me, isn't he?
Oh, so is it a Thor Loki type of situation?
Yeah, probably. It's like that. It's like that across the board when it comes to the gods. So you know what they need? They need Dad to step in. You know what Dad is? Fucking Titan.
Ooh.
And he's gonna take his belt. He's gonna take his belt off. You know what that means?
His pants are gonna fall down?
Well, after that. Don't not that, you sickie. You little sickie. So
Are these just like big giants, or do they have like godlike powers too, like can throw lightning bolts and
I believe they can. Yes, they can throw lightning bolts. They can be just in general badass fucking crazy monsters. There's some of them that can like their abilities are basically like forces of nature. Like there's one that has wings. It flaps its wings. Guess what? Now we got hurricanes.
Hurricane Titan
Yeah, where's Tara Reid when you need her?
fighting sharks?
No, seriously, where is she? Is she okay? I haven't seen her for a minute. And she drinks a lot.
It's probably because she's scared of the Titans.
So powers of the Titans. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's find out what the internet tells us. Powers of the Titans. There's one that's a goddamn planet, Shawn. A planet.
How you gonna?
Now, I don't know if you know this, but a planet's big.
Yeah. Well, okay. I gotta pick a Star-Lord for my next pick thing because he fought a planet and won.
That's true.
How do you get a planet into the battle, like the battleground? Like it's not gonna fit.
Because magic.
He's gonna be like, "Where do I park? There's no parking. I'm gonna be late to my game."
Okay, so here you go. Kronos is the Titan of time, especially its destructive forces of erosion that wear every creation, living or inanimate, away, and changing of the periods of times and eras. He could shapeshift, as evidenced when he took the form of a horse to some priest. It also seems he could shapeshift, or at least was very large, as he famously swallowed the children of Olympia whole. He is implied to be the most powerful of the Titans. He's the Titan of time. He controls time, I guess. What do you got? What do you got?
It sounds like that's just like the theme to Infinity Wars.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
I can't believe the Greeks stole the Infinity Stone idea and made a religion out of it.
Okay, Lapidus is so strong, he helped keep the sky from touching the ground. He did push-ups with the sky.
Now you're
what
just
have you
being
done
silly,
today?
Richard. You might as well have just picked God.
You work out all you want. You're not going to be holding up the sky strong.
Oh, yeah? How do you know I'm not doing it right now?
Because you're indoors. Nailed it. Yeah. Yeah. Beat that.
Oh, there it went.
He prolapsed it.
All
Prolapsed
right,
the sphincter.
Richard. Now that you're getting silly, I'm going to go with my 6th round pick because I think they're cute when they're little, and then I'm going to raise it, and it's going to be a big, ferocious one of these. I want to go
Smurf.
with a Demogorgon.
Oh, okay.
From Stranger Things. I mean,
Yes.
these are cool little creatures.
Okay,
Face
okay,
opens
but
up.
Now, see, you were getting on me about gods and whatnot. Let me explain to you about Demogorgon. Demogorgon because they're pulling from a D&D game,
Yeah.
right? So Demogorgon is actually just one. There's only one.
Oh, I got you.
He is known as the Prince of Demons. Or one of the Prince of Demons, and he rules over multiple layers in the abyss, which is like hell but with demons. Because in D&D you have the 9 hells, which is where all the devils live, and then you have the abyss, which is 666 levels, and they are run by demons. So demons and devils actually hate the fuck out of each other and constantly fight. So you have devils and demons fighting, and Demogorgon is arguably the more powerful of the demon princes,
gotcha.
or one of the more powerful of the demon princes. But he's got a fucking head for a hand. It's fucked up. He looks fucked up.
Yeah, the ones that from like Stranger Things, they just maybe it's just because they kind of look like it. Because there's a
so
bunch
you're
of
going
them.
with are you going with the Demogorgon, like when they lay the miniature down and it's Demogorgon, or are you just going with the monster looking things from Stranger Things?
I was going with the monster looking thing from Stranger
Okay,
Things.
okay, that's fair.
Because they kind of got like the humanoid, but their face opens up like a flower, but it's a flower that has
Yeah,
teeth,
like that dinosaur in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it spit shit in your eyes.
Yeah.
And it killed Newman from Seinfeld.
It did. He dropped all that animal DNA. And he's in his van going, ah! Awful. But Richard, my 6th round pick, I am going to go with a Demogorgon.
Okay. You helped remind me of what a pick I wanted, and what better one to make it than my 7th round pick. Shawn, for my 7th round pick, I'm not going to bury the lead. I'm going with the Mind Flayer, but I'm not going with a Mind Flayer from the show Stranger Things. I'm going with the actual Mind Flayer from Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, so what's this give you? This is the thing that it looks like a brain that flies around, right?
So what a Mind Flayer is it looks like a person, but it has this Cthulhu looking face. So it looks like a person. It's basically, it looks like the cross between octopus and a human.
So it's the
so it's got like a human appearance, but its face has all these tentacles dangling in front of it, kind of like Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Illithids is the name of them, commonly known
Yes,
as
the Illithids. They're actually a race of beings that rule in the Underdark, which is like the deep underground.
Ooh,
and they like enslave all the other races, and they also have mind control powers, and then they wrap their tentacles around your face and suck your brain out. So all I need is one Mind Flayer to stand on that dragon's head, and guess what? It's Dunzo.
Now the dragon's
Dunzo, Shawn.
There is no dragon, only Richard.
That's what my Mind Flayer does.
Eats brains for breakfast.
No, they're actually it's fucking crazy. Like they they're like super smart. They look fucking terrifying. They look cool. They look like something out of your fucking nightmares.
Like a mix between like a sorcerer and a necromancer, and like you said, Davy Jones.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing, is a lot of them are also wizards. So then they cast spells and all this other shit. So an evil tentacle monster that's also a wizard and can suck your brain out.
I will suck your brain and eat your knowledge.
And they also sing.
I'm sold.
Yep. Who doesn't love a Mind Flayer? Except unless you're getting, eaten by one.
Well, and then even then you won't realize it, so you won't know.
Oh, that's true.
So like, who doesn't love Mind Flayers? I do. I love them. That's what my overlord says.
Oh my god, they look so badass. They look like a villain. Like the main villain from a movie, but then they have fucking tentacles on their face that they use to eat your goddamn brain. Yes, they can extract your brain. If damaged, the Mind Flayer kills the target by extracting and devouring its brain. And they're wizards. Brain-sucking wizards.
That should be a name of a band.
With mind powers.
Now coming on stage, the brain-sucking wizards!
Oh, that'd be awesome. But yeah, they have this whole society, and apparently they're like a hive mind that is controlled by something called the Elder Brain.
Oh, well, that might suck because the Elder Brain might be like, "Where are you, Cynthia? It's time to come home." All right, guys, I'd like to keep playing, but I have to go home.
The arena lights are on. It's time to come inside. You don't have to go to bed just yet.
But you have to
All right,
come
just
home.
stay in the yard. Oh, that was always fun. Did you ever have to do that when you were a kid?
No,
Like when the street.
I never.
Well,
really,
you live kind of like
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, it was always like you could like I ran all over fucking Hell's Half Acre, but as soon as the street lights came on, I had to stay. My parents didn't mind if I was outside, but if the street lights were on, I had to be in the yard.
I gotcha.
That was the rule.
Yeah, I think my folks were like when I was probably old enough to be able to do that. We lived in the country, but when we lived in like town, I was too young to probably be doing that. And of course, that was the time where like every kid was getting kidnapped. So they're like,
Oh, see, yeah, I missed all that.
They're like, go play outside, Shawn. I'm like, why? Somebody might kidnap me.
We know.
Go outside.
Laura, is he out the door yet? I paid that guy $20. The van's out waiting.
I saw a van that said free candy.
I deliberately did not give him candy so he'd want it, Laura. You got to prime the pump.
All right, Richard, for my 7th round money shot pick, I thought this would be kind of cool because it's kind of a supernatural thing. It lives in the realm of monsters and things. I think I would like to have on this team, to round out my team, Frankenstein.
Okay. All right. So big, just a big fucking...
Big brawler, not super smart.
Okay, now here we go. Explain to me what is the difference between Frankenstein and a zombie?
I mean, Frankenstein is a little bit stronger. They're very similar, I guess. Except with Frankenstein, you're kind of like putting together pieces of a corpse, whereas a zombie's like one previously living thing.
Do you get his wife too with the crazy weird hair?
Ooh, that'd be pretty. She'd be in the stands, like, go get him, Frankie.
Come on, Frankie.
Frankie. His mom's there too.
Yeah.
Come on,
she has the same hair, but it's like the colors are swapped.
It's mostly gray with a little bit of black.
Yeah, like a black streak down the middle.
This is a good. Like, what would you rather have banging on your door? Like 10 zombies or one Frankenstein?
Well, I think one Frankenstein would probably just smash through the door. The zombies would just like scratch at the door and drive you fucking crazy.
Yeah. Like, I told you, there's no brains here.
I promise. What do you mean you promise? Shh, it's a tactic. Just let it go. Well, you just called me stupid. I don't look. I mean, I'm not, an idiot, but I'm not that smart. Let's go with that. Okay, let's meet in the middle. We're gonna die in this hotel room.
I kind of feel like with this battle, we're gonna end up showing up. We're gonna trash talk each other. We're gonna be like, my team's gonna kick your team's ass, and they're gonna be ready to start the battle. And all the like demons and vampires and angels are gonna like start walking to the middle, stop, and just look right at us. Like, Richard, what are they doing? Are they looking for instructions? Hey, you dumb idiots, start fighting each other.
Yeah, that's what we fucking brought you here for.
Richard, why are they coming
You're
over
our
here?
slaves. Slaves.
We don't need no pep talk, just fight. Oh, God, they're going to kill us, Richard.
Oh, no, they're hugging. Shawn, they're hugging. Why is the dragon and the mind flare hugging?
Why are they pointing towards us?
Oh,
why are they making
God.
that gesture across their neck?
I blame you for this.
Well, Richard, what do you have for some and buts?
Okay, so there was a lot in here. Well, not a lot, but I had werewolves. But see, then I have, but then I feel like if I picked werewolves, then I would constantly have the werewolves and the vampire fighting each other. They'd be like, fuck you. And then the werewolf's like, no, fuck you. Fuck you.
And you have to fight. You can only fight on a full moon.
Oh, yeah, there's that. I had mummies.
I didn't have mummies. I had werewolves. I didn't have mummies.
I just think, not for any special reason, just, mummies are cool. Who doesn't love a good mummy? I had a minotaur.
I wish I had a mummy.
I had a minotaur.
Ooh, minotaurs are cool.
Minotaurs are cool. But I feel like minotaur, it's kind of like a one-dimensional thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, a big fucking monster with a weapon, which is cool, but I don't know if I want. I didn't want to waste a spot on just a Minotaur.
I gotcha.
The other thing I had, last thing, was the Kraken.
Ooh, that's like whenever you do like the sea battle would be awesome.
Yeah. The Kraken. Oh, I had a Hydra. There was that too. A Hydra would be all right.
I only had...
Hydra's like a dragon, but with like 12 heads.
Is that the one where you cut the head off and 2 more grow?
Yeah. Every time I hear that, I think of the Disney movie Hercules. Enough with the head slicing thing.
Let's see. I had on one of my ambuts, I had werewolves. My other 2 I had, one is pretty much like a Frankenstein, but a golem.
Oh, I like a golem.
Yeah.
And you're right. It is kind of like a Frankenstein. I would say that because there's different types of golems. There's, stone golems.
Yeah,
or
that's true.
Iron golems. I feel like a Frankenstein's monster is more akin to what is known as a flesh golem.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but yeah, golem would be cool.
And then I had a leprechaun.
Okay. I'm curious about the leprechaun. Why a leprechaun?
Well, I think if you had like the evil mean leprechaun from the movies, he'd have like witty comments as he's fighting.
Oh, that'd be all right.
And he'd just be kind of a dick too.
Just be like, are you not entertained?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. All right. I'll buy that.
All right, well, let me run through a few of these picks. So I'll go with Richard's first. So Richard's first round pick, he has a vampire. Second round pick, demons. Third round pick, 10 zombies. Fourth round pick, a Tarrasque. Fifth round pick, a succubus. Sixth round pick, a titan. And seventh round money shot pick, a mind flare from D&D.
Yeah.
So for me, for my first round pick, I have an Archangel. Second round pick, Dragons. Third round pick, Prince of Hell. Fourth round pick, Amazon. Fifth round pick, Hellhounds. Sixth round pick, a Demogorgon. And a seventh round money shot pick, I have Frankenstein.
It's pretty good.
It was a good draft. This will be a fun
Not
battle to
really.
watch.
I'm not really sold on the Frankenstein one, but some of your other ones aren't bad.
Well, Richard, in this supernatural battle draft, do you have any Richard's closing thoughts?
Make sure that they don't, talk to each other, because I think once they figure out, like, hey, we could just kill those 2 scrawny looking dudes over there and then we could just go home. Like, I think we need to do everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen.
I think what it is, Richard, is it's just like what that dude from The Price is Right said. Make sure you spay and neuter your supernatural fighters.
Yeah, but then they probably wouldn't fight as aggressively, don't you think?
Well, I mean, it's either they don't fight aggressively.
It's just like when Spike goes to the vet and now he doesn't chase the little puppies anymore.
Yeah, but either they fight less aggressively or then they decide, oh, hey, let's just kill those 2. I mean, it's yin and a yang.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me do a little bit of housekeeping, Richard. Visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter. We're at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Check out the LOB Army intelligence reports. Like us on Facebook. And go out and recruit somebody for the LOB Army by getting someone you know to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify.
And when you are there, be sure to leave us a rating and a review, because those ratings and reviews are so helpful in all of the things.
And remember, you can find us as part of the Pod Bros Network,
the hub of supernatural activity on the internet.
Yes. That's
what I've heard. There we go.
And if you want to throw a little bit of money in our tip jar so we can get those supernatural fighters on our teams, go to our Patreon accounts, www.patreon.com/languageofbromance.
Nailed it.
All right, Richard, is there anything else before I close her out?
No. Nope. Except vote Team Richard. That's it. The end.
All right. Well, that's all the bromance we have for this show. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver. Dun, 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 dun.